Hi everyone, and welcome to week 13. I hope that you are doing well and staying healthy during this time. And this week, I'm looking forward to talking with you briefly about working with paraprofessionals. As you can see, our weekly learning objective for this week is to describe effective strategies for training, monitoring, and managing paraprofessionals. And so I want you to think about how you would define a paraprofessional or how you would typically think about a paraprofessional. And while thinking about this, I'm going to read some of the tasks or job descriptions for paraprofessionals and paraeducators from the Council for Exceptional Children's website, cited from an article from Gerlach, 2015. And some of the tasks that paraprofessionals or paraeducators often engage in include implementing team-based assignments, building and maintaining effective communication and relationships, maintaining student-centered supportive environments, organizing learning experiences, implementing lessons initiated by the teacher or related service personnel, assessing student needs and progress under teacher direction, maintaining a safe learning environment, assisting in the instructional process and communicating with the teacher perceptions of student progress and needs, and participating in training to develop knowledge and skills to become more effective paraeducators. I wanted to provide you this list because when we talk about paraprofessionals this week and when you engage in your participation activity, I really want you to challenge the notion that paraprofessionals are just aides in the classroom. I've often heard, oh, they're just an assistant or just an aide. And I really challenge you to think about the critical role that paraprofessionals play, especially in inclusive environments, working with children with disabilities, because paraprofessionals are valued professionals in our field, and they are doing all of these tasks and performing all of these very critical functions within early childhood special education settings. So again, paraprofessionals are valued. We know that paraprofessionals can enhance child outcomes when using collaborative and appropriate supports, and research has shown that interventions implemented during whole group instruction by paraprofessionals, specifically in inclusive settings, can result in significant changes in student outcomes. And this is from a recent article from Walker et al., a meta-analysis that was just published this month, actually. Related to paraprofessionals, CEC has actually released specific standards for paraprofessionals, just like we looked at the CEC and NAEYC and DEC standards for special educators and for early childhood educators earlier in the semester. CEC also has a specialty set that is specific to the knowledge and skills that qualified paraprofessionals should possess when working with children with exceptionalities. And these standards also include 7 areas that are aligned with the initial and advanced preparation standards that we looked at earlier in the semester. So, if we want to take a quick look at these standards, this is one of your readings for this week. As you can see, just like the standards for special educators, there are 7 preparation standards. The first is learner development and individual learning differences. And these are the skills that highly qualified paraeducators or paraprofessionals are going to bring to the classroom. So they should know typical and atypical human growth and development, educational implications of characteristics of various exceptionalities, and so forth. I'm not going to read all of this because it is a required reading, so please take a look at the specialty set, but you'll notice that the standards are broken down by knowledge and then also by skills. So keep in mind that paraprofessionals do have a set of standards that help to guide what a high quality paraeducator looks like. And lastly, I just wanted to mention the fact that paraprofessionals can also play a really important role when we are using embedded learning opportunities. And so for the past several weeks, you've been practicing planning for embedded learning opportunities in an inclusive classroom to support a student with an IEP goal. And so this is actually an example from one of those participation activities. And I just want to draw your attention to the fact that most weeks in the examples provided to you, we've included at least one activity within the ELO planning matrix that is going to be carried out by the paraprofessional. So in this scenario, the paraprofessional is using embedded learning activities or opportunities during arrival time to help support this student's IEP goal. So paraprofessionals and teachers should be ideally working together to carry out these embedded learning opportunities that we've been talking about so much in this course for the past several weeks. It's short and sweet this week. There is still a lot of research and a lot of academic work to be done surrounding best practices for paraprofessionals and how to best support paraprofessionals. But again, we just want to keep in mind that paraprofessionals are important members of our field and deserve to be treated as such. So just to wrap up and bring it to your attention, a couple of reminders. Upcoming assignments for the rest of the semester. You will have your field experience documentation form and the field experience observation and reflection due next week in week 14. And you will have your attendance and participation self-evaluation due in week 15. So please continue to look at the syllabus for updated assignment due dates and for any work that you might need to still complete and turn in. And I just want to leave you with the thought that we hope you are well. Please let us know if you need support during this time. I hope that all of you are now potentially maybe in a routine during this quote-unquote new normal that we find ourselves in. And if you need any extra support, please let us know. Have a great week, everyone.